Welcome, everybody, to the 5-Star Frogcast. I am your host, Kevin Benet Amador. This is the first episode of the new year. And as always, my co-host, T-Money, Tyler Harrison.
Let's go. We're back. It's been quite an eventful end of the year, I would say, right, for us. For the sense of wrestling. Yeah.
Pretty good end of the year. You know, we had our final episode. That was the Frogcasties, our second annual.
Yep.
That was our award show. So if you haven't listened to that, obviously you can go back, listen to that for the year 2023 in pro wrestling. But we're back, 2024. You know, 2023 was a pretty good year for the Frogcast. Quite a lot of episodes.
Oh, no, yeah, for sure.
A lot. I don't know. I think we're almost at 2024 is going to be a big milestone.
Yeah, we're going to hit, what, 100?
100.
Yeah, big 1000.
So that's going to be big.
We got to figure out something big for that.
Yeah, we'll think of something. Maybe we'll talk about it on the other podcast we're going on.
Might have to.
We're hinting at some stuff. But anyways, we are back. You know, we hope all our viewers, you know, had a good holidays, and we already know it's been like a week into the new year, so everything's back to normal now. So,
yeah.
All those people had the resolutions probably already done. So, anyways, wrestling has been pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Got some surprise returns, I guess you could say. We had a reveal of who the Devil character was. Was in a way. That's like persona. I don't think he's gonna carry on with that character, but we'll see. Maybe he will. And you know, we have some things to juggle between, you know, what are WWE's plans going into probably the most busy time of the year for them, the Rumble and then the road to WrestleMania, right? You know, if that
100%.
So,
we got
and
first stop Rumble.
Yeah, the Rumble, and we also have some other big news, which we can share that first, I think. Just get that over and done with, and then move on to the, I guess, bigger things for this episode.
Right.
So TNA and WWE has got something. I think Tyler sent me this earlier today. They might be like coming together, is what I'm thinking. Is that the?
Yeah, there's this past week. Well, not this past week. That was just released recently. TNA is now are not doing pay-per-views anymore. They're doing PPLs. Or no, sorry, PLE. Sorry, premium
live events.
Yep. There's a new thing now that WWE's been doing, and that they have a show on Thursday. And Triple H announced that he has a big announcement on Thursday. So people are thinking this is the entry to the Forbidden Door with TNA and WWE. And because we've already seen some of it, obviously, you got wrestlers who are big. You got AJ Styles, who is TNA. Nick Aldis, who was Magnum in TNA. You had Mickie James, who came over as the TNA champion. And so people are thinking this is going to be a crossover that we've been all waiting for.
Wow. You know what? I was a little hurt by that one. I know I hurt you with Otis, but LA Knight? Yeah, whatever. It's okay.
LA Knight.
Yeah.
He was at the worst times. Yeah.
Right?
You really have to carry that company.
No, but that's cool. You know, it's cool to see WWE maybe do this. Maybe. We don't know for sure. Mm-hmm. I did hear it's Naomi or Trish Fatu, I think.
Is that what people are going by?
I don't know what she's going by.
Oh.
But she might be coming back to WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And she's obviously, I think she's TNA Women's Champion right now, or she was champion. Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong, but I know she's part of TNA. So she could be coming back as well. So maybe there is more to this story that will unfold this upcoming Thursday, which is big news. Maybe they have their own Forbidden Door pay-per-view now.
Maybe. Or we could all be wrong, and it could be WWE's way of saying they're now sponsored by Prime. And it could be a completely different thing.
If they call it, if they gotta call it the door that cannot be opened, pay-per-view. That's how you get under the skin of Tony Khan. But
yeah, the door cannot be opened. Very interesting Thursday. Keep your eyes on it.
Yeah,
we'll probably
it'd be interesting.
There might be a meme out there.
Probably there'll probably be something out there, but then we got some big things to go over. AEW had their pay-per-view on December 30th. We didn't cover that pay-per-view because obviously just got too busy, and honestly, apparently pay-per-view sucked.
Oh wow.
That's what I heard. I saw a lot of pages saying like they regret buying this pay-per-view because I think both of the 8-man tag matches, by the way, both, so 16 people altogether. Actually, 32 wrestlers in 2 different matches. Actually, apparently it sucked. Yeah. Both matches were kind of crap. Obviously the whole Jericho scandal. I don't know if you heard about that, but
I have.
Yeah, apparently they're booing him out of the arena because of it. Don't really know too much of what's going on there as of right now, but apparently those matches sucked. Edge and Christian was good, and then obviously Christian revoked his rematch clause he had, and then he won.
Yeah.
And the main event was okay, apparently.
Copeland won,
yeah.
Adam Copeland won, and then Luchasaurus had a contract, and then Christian cashed it on his part. Yeah,
not surprising. Apparently that was the only decent match, good match. The other ones were kind of Apparently the main event was decent. Obviously it had a really good ending, which we can get into now. We have some topics to discuss here. So first, the ending. Samoa Joe wins. MJF is actually probably hurt.
Yeah, shoulder injury.
We'll get into MJF a little bit later, but first let's talk about now this new group. And before then, the devil character persona. Just basically the Shield that just were devil masks and basically attacked people. Just 5 of them, though. That's pretty much what they were. They're just pretty much like a gang just beating up on people and causing chaos. And everyone was wondering, who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? Ended up being Adam Cole.
Yeah.
MJF's best friend, which was built up perfectly. It was your favorite tag team of the year, right, Tyler?
Oh, exactly.
So, you were always talking about it. You were saying, when's it going to happen? When are they going to turn on each other? It was like the bloodline story of 2023. It was a good storyline. It was. And I think at one point, though, it kind of just... AEW as a whole kind of just died down for me when they hired Ric Flair.
I feel like, though, you can't blame that on... So the feud thing here, it's not on AEW. It's on the fact that Adam Cole got hurt.
Yeah. In the most dumb way, too. But anyways.
You can see he's still hurt. He's still injured. I feel like this is AEW's move to try to get viewers back. Because CM Punk return, Randy Orton return. You have Punk feuding with kind of Seth Rollins, the hint there. Obviously, he went to NXT and all that. Then you got Roman Reigns with Randy, and we'll talk about their situation going later on in the episode. So I feel like this was their way of okay, we gotta fire back. I'm not saying they did it wrong. I think it was a good turn. I think this is the most obvious choice.
So
because
right. So Adam Cole, he's the leader of the new group. You got Roderick Strong, Wardlow's in that group, and then I forget the other guys. I honestly, again, me and the AEW product right now don't really see eye to eye. It was still a good moment for them, I think. Definitely generated their views that they needed for the pay-per-view, especially to save it a bit in the ending. But my question to you, and I'll obviously go off whatever your answer is. I'll say what I think. Do you think Adam Cole was the right choice to be that devil persona?
Absolutely, 100%. At the end of the day, this is about the storytelling between MJF and Adam Cole. Now, would we like it with the title involved? Absolutely. I will talk all about that later on in the episode. That being said, this is the perfect person for it. Who else would it be? Yes, you could have introduced Dolph Ziggler, but he's now in New Japan, it seems like, with Matt Riddle, by the way. But Adam Cole just fits it because it puts the whole storyline in circle and creates a new direction. We were always wondering who's going to turn, who's going to do this, blah, 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 blah. And if it wasn't Adam Cole, now you have a whole new storyline. Now I know you could be like, oh, it's because of injuries. That's fine. But I don't know. I feel like because MJF claims he's the devil type deal with the CM Punk, it's a little bit of a callback to that. And now that he's the devil character, and he's like, I'll beat you at your own game. So that's why I think he's the perfect fit for that devil character. It just makes perfect sense. It's the perfect way to wrap up a team and then to move on to heel versus face. And I feel like it hits more emotion when you find out he was it. Like, MJF was like, he couldn't believe it. So yeah.
More emotion, yeah, more
connection to it.
Yeah. You know what? Adam Cole just seemed like too much of a basic answer to me. You know, I really had my high hopes it would be Ziggler. I really did. You know, Ziggler was in my head, and then maybe even Jungle Boy. That's right. Yeah. He needs a way to return, right? From broken glass and everything, right? So, no, honestly, if I'm gonna pick one person I think should have been it, I would have picked Roderick Strong. This is bold. I think Adam Cole would still be part of it, but I wanted them to wait a little longer because I feel like they rushed it. They could have held it on a little longer. So I'm not like mad that it was Adam Cole, because in reality, I guess he's the best choice. But I feel if he did Roderick Strong, because they had their whole thing going on where Roderick Strong was jealous of Adam Cole and everything. And then this could almost push Adam Cole to like his brink of maybe just joining Roderick Strong again by like showing him what he did as the devil to try and get his attention. If you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get it. You're basically saying like,
it could have led to like a tag team, like a really good tag team match, and then at the end, MJF gets turned on by Adam Cole. But they did this way, and it's okay.
Interesting.
It is what it is. But I think it could have been Roderick Strong or someone else. That would have been that would have made everyone more engaged into the whole storyline again. Because I think it died off a bit, in my opinion.
I think so too. And again, I blame that on the injury. And them trying to continue the story. I honestly genuinely feel if this story was continuing, if Adam Cole wasn't injured, I think the turn happened when it was supposed to happen. But I think they had this audible when he got injured. They obviously introduced Wardlow, which was nice.
Yeah, a guy from his past. Yep. FTR should have been part of them, though. That would have been cool, because then the Pinnacle would have been against him.
Yeah.
And Sean Spears.
Yeah. That would be cool. That should have been, honestly, yeah, that's a good one. Sean Spears should have
Roderick Strong, Wardlow, FTR, and Sean Spears should have been all in the group with Adam Cole. Then that would have been literally everyone from his past.
Yeah. If honestly anything, it would have topped it off if Punk was still there.
Yeah, well.
But obviously situations happen, which we'll never get to. We might eventually see. We don't know. But yeah, no, I would like that group. I think though they're continuing with the Roderick Strong and the Aussie team they have right there. I forget their name. I think they're like the Aussie something. Wardlow's a nice. Yeah. Wardlow's a nice introduction. I'm actually very excited to see what he's going to do finally as a heel. So he's going to face for a while. Yeah. Or he's not been around, and then he's now back.
Yeah. With Adam Cole, and Adam Cole's a great heel, so he'll lead that team very well.
But
this then leaves us though.
Oh, okay.
MJF.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. What does he do now?
So I've heard he may have to go for shoulder surgery, which would put him out for a year.
Mhm.
He doesn't want to do that. He wants to go to rehab maybe and try and pass that surgery, and maybe rehab will help him heal faster and he'll be fine to go before then. AEW, to my knowledge, doesn't have him on the superstar list though, like part of their roster anymore. They took him off.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because obviously his contract is up. It is up from my knowledge. I haven't heard anything that it was all like a storyline contract type of thing.
Yeah.
This is legit. I think he's actually not under contract right now. The surgery may happen, may not happen. We haven't heard any news. So let's say he does have surgery, okay? And it's a year. Does MJF return to AEW? Does MJF make his return to AEW, or does he go elsewhere? Now I want to go first too. And I think MJF is going to WWE. I'm going bold. Now, why I say this, I look at MJF's title reign. It was long. It was over a year. It was a long reign. And he's done quite a bit of stuff for AEW. He even put out a statement saying he's like, no matter what happens, because he's still trying to play that character. He's loved what he's done for AEW, and I mean he's wrestled some of the best they have to offer, right? He's wrestled Danielson, Punk, Samoa Joe, Adam Cole. They fought Darby Allin, like you name it. He's faced them almost everyone. Jericho. He faced Rhodes back. Like, what else does he really have to do in AEW? And now he can go to WWE, being the hottest free agent, and have some really good matches, some really good segments with other guys. Because you see all the guys in WWE, they did all the things they could do at the WWE at the time. They came to AEW because there's something new for them. So I think MJF, as a young, talented wrestler that he is, go somewhere fresh, start new. Work your way up. Main event, the 2-for-1 special that CM Punk's going to do. Maybe re-feud with CM Punk in WWE. I think he goes to WWE.
Interesting. That's a bold statement. I think a lot of people would be on your there. Like you said, the rehab. I'm kind of in agreement, and I'm kind of in a disagreement here. I agree he's not returning to AEW. I disagree he's going to WWE. I think he pulls the move and goes to New Japan. Like you said, he's done everything in North America. He's done everything in the States and Canada. He's wrestled in Toronto. He's done it all in the States. Why not go somewhere completely fresh? Why not go to New Japan and be their top heel there? And then maybe 4 or 5 years after, because he could come back when he's 30 and wrestle in WWE and he'll still be the same he was. So that's what I'm going. I'm going with New Japan. I think he'll go to New Japan. I think I'm going to be bold. I said New Japan because I feel like it's actually more for him to grow there too, in the sense of actually like learning the wrestling culture. He's already great at what he does, but like for him to actually like show his storytelling. If New Japan can make Albert a star, to make him Tensai, imagine what MJF could do there. The guy would be the next Shawn Michaels there. I think Japan would eat him up and they would love him, and then you still get to feud with people like Matt Riddle, Ziggler. Maybe we get to see more. And he still has that connection with AEW if he wants to go back for a couple of matches. Will Ospreay, that's another one. We haven't seen him wrestle him.
Yeah, Will Ospreay, I mean, he'd still be kind of with AEW in a way.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he ever wants to go back to do a Forbidden Door, he could.
All right, yeah. I didn't expect that one. That's a good shock there.
On the new, or standing about on the new face, blah blah blah, and he returns. We do a little Forbidden Door, yeah. I think New Japan.
I like that. A little different answer. I was not expecting that. I was expecting you guys to say AEW, but no, I respect it.
I agree with everything he said. He's completed everything he needs to do in AEW. Why not go?
I think he's done enough. I think it's fair. I just think, you know what? Triple H may want to look into some young guys. Not saying their old guys are not good, because they're great, but I know Triple H. He knows what's out there, and I think
he brought back the AOP, this past week.
He did, exactly, right? And they're not old, I don't think. They don't look old.
But they're an old team. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're in their 30s.
Yeah. So I think MJF would be a good signing for WWE. You think New Japan? I'm all for either of them, to be honest. I just don't think he should stay in AEW. I think he should change it up a little bit. But
yeah,
just nail that pin onto the ground, right on Tony Khan's, right on his back. Be like, I like your offer, but I'm going with H, or I'm going with New Japan. You know, it would just be funny. Honestly, we act like we're probably preying on AEW's downfall. We're not. We want like good product, but it's just not there for me right now. So anything towards Tony Khan and their product is kind of a good joke to me right now.
But I can see Tony Khan. Tony Khan's a gambling man, and he gambled on Dean Ambrose, John Moxley when he was off contract to hold his title. At any point, John could have left and go anywhere.
Oh, he could have.
So I think I don't be surprised Tony Khan's checkbook coming in play, and he's not afraid to gamble.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I think MJF is gonna want a lot of money. So.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be one of the highest paid wrestlers.
Probably. It'll be interesting though. It'll be interesting. I want to keep up to date with the news on him because it's gonna probably be the hottest free agent signing in probably a while.
Yeah.
Now, got some big stuff to go. Now, yeah. So, Monday Night Raw, Triple H announces that a former champion, like a world champion, will be live, present. So I tune in, and obviously I tune in because that gets me, right? I want to see who it is. You know, I have high hopes. This could be Chris Benoit. Okay, so
it could
have been. You would have lost it.
Oh, I would have still freaking hyped.
You would have left work and you would have sat down.
I would have.
Yep. But anyways, by the way, shout out to the Chris Benoit meme. You can go check it on our TikTok. Get us a 2K. No, it was Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, the next best thing than Chris Benoit is Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, it was Jinder Mahal, and I was like, okay. I mean, I was okay with it. I was like, this is something. Maybe H is trying to have a good laugh. You know,
that's not what it was.
No, but Jinder Mahal actually did pretty good. You know, he did his job well, and he cut a decent promo for what it was. Your typical hero promo, and then just talking. I actually thought he was actually like coming back as a new gimmick almost, but almost the same. It almost convinced me. I was like, okay, he's actually coming back now. And then The Rock came out, and I was like, oh, okay, here we go. And then honestly, I didn't see none of us saw it coming. Again, The Rock shows up twice in 2020. No, it wasn't 2020. Once in 2023. This is 2024. But it's still insane. It's always crazy when they're back.
Like very close together, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
It was like January of this week, and then like November of last year.
It was September. Yeah.
So that's still pretty close. That's like that's only 6 months.
Nope.
Like 4 months.
And obviously, it's because he was in San Diego for college football, so it made sense. He made his return. Had a great promo, good segment with Jinder Mahal. Which means maybe they do have some plans for Jinder. Obviously, putting him in the ring with The Rock, they can have the confidence that he can cut a good promo with him. So maybe there's something in there for Jinder at some point. But good promo, typical. You know, Rock did his people's elbow. But this is the moment that everyone shocked.
Was talking about
when he said basically, you know, I'm gonna go out to eat tonight. Should I go sit on a booth, you know, the bar, or should I sit at the head of the table? That's when everyone was like, oh, here we go. Is The Rock not doing movies now? Does he have a little bit of time now from the Rumble to the Mania to work with WWE? And I think that's what's happening now. But I think they're gonna keep waiting. They're gonna keep having him surprise return. Obviously, our Rumble episode will be big, and we can discuss all stuff there. We're gonna kind of discuss it now in a way, so The Rock sitting at the head of the table. That's a big, bold statement. Obviously, Roman had a laughing emoji to say to it. He obviously was listening, and Paul Heyman had a great great statement to say. You know, the only two ways to go big now is to date Taylor Swift or what is it called? Yeah. But then this kind of gets us thinking, because we all have knowledge that Cody Rhodes got to finish his story.
Yeah.
And, the Rumble's coming. Cody Rhodes is probably a favorite to win the Rumble, I would say. I know you have your take.
Mm-hmm.
I have my take. So let's get into it. Right. This is almost telling our Rumble predictions.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool because it's really early, and if we get this right, either of us, that's pretty good. So
yeah,
the Rumble itself is already hard to predict sometimes. So, so here's the question.
You go first. You can go first when you ask the question. Who do you think Cody Rhodes is going to face at WrestleMania? Kevin, take it away. Let's see what you got.
Okay. My plan for my plan for Cody Rhodes is not exactly. I think some people could agree with it. I've seen some similar stuff, and I agree with it in a way. Maybe people think that he's gonna win the Rumble and everything. I don't think he's gonna win the Rumble. I think CM Punk's gonna win the Rumble. I said it. So I think Cody Rhodes. I don't think when Cody Rhodes came back, he said he's gonna finish the story, and the story is to win the World Championship. It doesn't matter. It didn't say, Cody, you have to come back and you have to pin Roman Reigns for that World Championship. It never said that. Everyone's on this whole thing that it has to be Roman because he lost to Roman last year, so it has to be Roman who loses to Cody. No, I don't think so. I think now that The Rock could possibly be coming back, he spoils that main event, or I guess not main event. I don't know what they're going to do for the Rumble yet, but let's say it is the main event. Just because it's The Rock and they're going to value him over the Rumble.
Yeah.
He spoils Roman Reigns' chances on this Fatal 4-Way. Randy Orton wins the championship, I know. Weird way to end Roman's historic run. But they're very limited to what they can do right now. They either have Roman maybe face The Rock for the title, which I just don't think is right. It doesn't need the title. It's just the head of the table. You just screw The Rock out of the whole thing and have him face him at the Elimination Chamber. That's just not right to me. So have Randy Orton beat Roman Reigns via a little bit of help from The Rock. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes will then face Randy Orton on either night 1 or night 2 of WrestleMania, and he'll finish the story. That's my whole plan. And I think it's a good plan. I think it's something not everyone would see coming. And they got to do something big with Roman. So I think that's the way to do it.
Okay. Interesting. You got fair points. I'm gonna say this right off the bat. This is about Randy Orton. The reason why they did this Fatal 4-Way match was because they were not ready to settle Randy Orton's feud with Roman. They think it's too early. So obviously, there seems like they're going to continue. More than likely, it would be after in the chamber. That being said, you saying, I don't see Rock wrestling in the chamber, it makes no sense. It does. Where is the chamber taking place this year? In Australia. This is the first time they've ever been in Australia, ever, like this. It's a big event. You're obviously going to use the biggest star in the world against WWE's biggest star. So, he wins the Fatal 4-Way. He 1, 2, 3. He goes. He's celebrating. Blah blah blah. Rock then returns, and then at the Rumble, he does his little thing. I agree. Cody doesn't win. I think Punk wins, and he then faces Rollins and all that stuff. He faces Rollins, but then Cody Rhodes goes through the Elimination Chamber. He wins his opportunity. The reason why I say it has to be Roman was because Roman was the one that said, hey, look, your dad didn't think of anything of you, basically. He loved you, but I was the son he always wanted. So it made it more personal. So now it has to be him, right? And like you said, he screwed him out of the champion. Solo screwed him out. He had it won, and Roman took it away. So it's a little bit more personal now. That's why it has to be Roman. Plus, cool, he beats Randy. He's not the head of the WWE table. It's still Roman Reigns. So him beating also Roman top of that says I am the new face of the company. So he will face him at the Chamber. Rock will face Roman for the. It doesn't have to be for the title. Rock could be like, you know what, screw it. I don't even want this stupid title, this fake title. I just want to beat you to shut you up, to prove that you are not ahead of this table. You've been dishonoring our family's lineage forever, right? He doesn't put the title on the line. He just wants the head of the table. And so they'll face. Roman wins. He goes to WrestleMania with all this confidence. And what would be better? Would it be better if Cody beat a Randy Orton who just returned? Or would it be better that Cody beat Roman Reigns who just beat one of the GOATs and seems unstoppable? That looks better than the other. Then he could always feud with Randy at SummerSlam. There's still that option. But do we really see a face versus face at the main event of WrestleMania?
No, it won't be face versus face. Randy turns heel.
That'd be crazy. I mean, like, Randy's loved right now. I mean, it could happen.
That's Randy for you.
It could, though. I wouldn't be surprised if Randy
Randy would have to turn heel, and he would. Yeah. That's my whole. Yeah, that's the thing.
I agree with that. I just didn't doing it. He'd be like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. But that being said, I do think Roman wins Rumble, Chamber, loses at WrestleMania to Cody Rhodes. Night 2 main event, Punk versus what's his face?
Rollins.
Seth Rollins. Night 1. The women's match, Rhea, I'm sorry, she ain't gonna get a main event this time. She just gotta have to move on, or whoever she decides to face. I think I'm gonna say Jade Cargill's gonna win Royal Rumble for the women's. I'm gonna call it right now. I've been saying that since she's been signed, that she'll return to the Rumble, she'll be at the Rumble and all that. So yeah, that's my thing. Those are my predictions.
Damn. All right, you know what? It's fair. Both have good predictions. Kind of just gave her Rumble stuff, but we'll discuss it again at the Rumble, and maybe something will slightly change. But right now that's where I'm going at, and that's where you're aiming for. So we'll see. But yeah, I think that those are all the main stuff that's happened with the world of wrestling in the past few weeks. That we've just taken a break, and we'll keep doing this in 2024. We'll keep getting bigger and bigger. Keep putting out those memes. We know you like the memes.
Oh yeah, they're jokes.
So, anyways, before we end this episode, you can follow us on our Instagram page at the 5-Star Frogcast. Our YouTube, you can go like, subscribe, view all our video aspects. You can see us, what we see on our YouTube. Go give some love to the YouTube channel. And our TikTok, of course, at the 5-Star Frogcast. And keep an eye out for more of the duels on the I Told Ya app. Social dueling app is free to download on the App Store, Google Play Store. And feel free to comment, like the duels. I think you can even add your own support video as well.
Yeah.
I saw that. So that's pretty cool. And then I think we shared briefly at the start of the episode, I think we're going to be hopping on the I Told Ya podcast episode. I don't know exactly when we're doing it yet, but I think we have that lined up for some date in 2024.
Yep.
So maybe we can get a little background story of, the Frogcast. I don't even know what they're going to ask us, but,
I have no idea.
We're down for anything. You make the rules, we break them. So, dial it. Without all that being said, it is time to ring the first bell of 2024.
2024. Ding, ding, ding.
And we'll catch you in the next one.